All right, so get this. We're ditching goals today. Yeah, you heard that right.
Yeah.
We're diving into something way more exciting with The Magic Lamp by Keith Ellis.
Sounds intriguing. Tell me more.
It's all about embracing wishes instead. You know, those things we really, really want.
Okay, I'm listening. What's this book all about?
Well, we've got 2 YouTube summaries to guide us.
Yeah.
And basically, the idea is, what if instead of setting another goal, you could actually make a wish and then have a framework to, like, make it happen?
A framework for wishes. I like that.
Right. Because think about it. How often do those goals we set at the beginning of the year just sort of fizzle out?
Oh, all the time. My New Year's resolutions never seem to make it past January.
Exactly. But what if the problem isn't our willpower, but how we're, like, framing those aspirations in the first place?
Okay, I see where you're going with this. So how does the Magic Lamp approach things differently?
Instead of those rigid, often kind of joyless goals, it taps into something way more primal, our deep-seated desires, those wishes that truly light us up inside.
So it's about tapping into what truly motivates us, those things we really yearn for.
Exactly. It's like the difference between a chore you have to do and that dream vacation you keep pinning on Pinterest. Which one are you more motivated to tackle?
Oh, definitely the vacation. Chores are, well, chores.
Right. And that's what the Magic Lamp is getting at. The book argues that goals, while important, often lack the emotional punch to keep us going. Wishes, on the other hand, they come preloaded with this inherent drive, this yearning that pulls you forward.
I'm starting to see the magic here. So how do we actually unlock this wish power?
Well, both summaries highlight the book's Magic Lamp framework. And the first step is L, lock on.
Lock on. What does that even mean?
It's about identifying your true desire, you know, the wish that makes you buzz with excitement just thinking about it. It's not what you think you should want, but what your heart really, truly yearns for.
That makes sense. It's about getting to the core of what we really want, not what we think we should want.
Right. The book even talks about this genie in your brain, this powerful force, just waiting for the right command, the right wish to be unleashed.
I love that imagery. So how do we tap into this genie? How do we lock on to our true desire?
It's a lot about asking yourself those big, sometimes scary questions. You know, like, if I had unlimited time, resources, and talent, what do I really want to experience in this life?
Wow, those are some powerful questions. It's about giving ourselves permission to dream big without those self-imposed limits.
Exactly. And once you've locked onto that burning wish, the next step is act. This is where things get real.
Okay, so less daydreaming, more doing.
You got it. It's about breaking that big, audacious wish into smaller, actionable steps, creating a roadmap to your dream destination.
I like that. A roadmap to our dreams makes it seem less daunting, more achievable.
Totally. You wouldn't hop in your car and expect to end up in Rome without a map, would you? It's the same with your wishes. You need a plan.
That's a great analogy. So we've got our wish, we've got our plan. What's next?
Well, one of the summaries used this example of a world-renowned pianist, and it really stuck with me.
Tell me about it.
Someone asked him, "How can I learn to play like you?" And you know what he said. He said, "Most people wouldn't be willing to pay the price." You know, years of dedicated practice, day after day. It's a powerful reminder that those extraordinary wishes, they require consistent effort, you know? No magic shortcuts there.
That's a good point. Talent and inspiration are important, but consistent action is what really separates the dreamers from the achievers. Speaking of consistent action, where does the M in Magic Lamp fit in?
Stands for manage your progress. It's not enough to just act. You need to stay focused.
Yeah.
You know, track those milestones, and here's the fun part. Celebrate the wins along the way.
Celebrating the wins. I like that. It's so easy to get caught up in the day-to-day grind and forget to acknowledge our progress.
Totally. We ditch the self-flagellation and embrace the power of positive reinforcement. Every milestone you hit is a victory, right?
Absolutely. It's a reminder that you're moving closer to your wish. That sense of accomplishment keeps you motivated, especially when things get tough.
And things will get tough.
Yeah.
Which brings us to probably the most self-explanatory, but also, I'm guessing, the most challenging part of the framework, Persist.
Definitely requires grit. This is where we really have to dig deep and push through those inevitable challenges.
Yeah, because the Magic Lamp acknowledges that every journey toward wish fulfillment is going to encounter wish killers.
Wish killers? That sounds ominous. What are we talking about here?
There are those sneaky gremlins of fear, self-doubt, feeling like a victim, plain old burnout. They're like those speed bumps on the road to your dreams.
So it's acknowledging that there will be obstacles, but it also gives us tools to overcome them, right?
You got it. Setbacks are not stop signs, just detours. We're going to dive deeper into how to combat those wish killers in the next part of our deep dive.
Okay, now I'm really intrigued. Can't wait to learn more about those tools.
But for now, we'll leave you hanging on that cliffhanger. We'll be back soon to reveal those secrets of wish fulfillment in part 2 of our deep dive into the magic lamp. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, Wishmakers. Ready for more magic lamp action?
Absolutely. Last time we laid the groundwork with that magic lamp framework, locking on to our true desire, taking action, managing progress, and persisting through the challenge.
Right. But now it's time to get down to the nitty-gritty of making those wishes come true.
I'm all ears. Let's hear it.
So both of those YouTube summaries we talked about, they really emphasize this idea of asking your subconscious the right questions.
Asking your subconscious, what do you mean?
It's like you got this genie in a bottle, right? Just waiting for the right command to unlock all that magic.
I like that. Makes sense. So what are these magic questions we should be asking?
Well, one of the most powerful ones the book suggests is this. If I knew I could achieve anything, no limits, what would I want in this life?
Wow, that's deep. No limits. I like that.
Right. It's like giving yourself permission to dream without boundaries,
Yeah.
No more self-doubt, no more, I could never do that, holding you back.
It's about tapping into that pure, unadulterated desire, the wish that really makes your soul sing.
Exactly. And then the book suggests following up with another question. If I knew I could do anything, what would I want to accomplish in life?
Achieve versus accomplish. Is there a difference?
Yeah, there is. It's subtle, but important. The first question, that's about the big overarching desires. The second one, that's about more tangible actions and outcomes.
Okay, I see. So it's like first you paint the big picture, then you figure out the brushstrokes to make it real.
Exactly. Bridging that gap between dreaming and doing, between the expansive wish and the concrete steps,
So we've got our grand vision. We've zoomed in on those actions. What next?
Well, I'm sure you've come up with a whole list of awesome wishes.
You know me so well.
The book says prioritize. Pick the wish that's calling to you the loudest, right now.
That makes sense. Can't chase every rabbit at once.
Yeah.
But how do you choose? I mean, when you've got all these amazing possibilities.
That's where this concept of sacrifice comes in. Achieving big wishes, sometimes you got to let go of other things.
Oh, I get it. Even things you enjoy.
Sometimes, yeah. It's about asking, am I really willing to pay the price for this wish?
Like that saying, there's no such thing as a free lunch.
Exactly. Sometimes the price is time, sometimes effort. Sometimes it's giving up habits or comforts that are holding you back.
Remember that example we talked about? The pianist who said most people aren't willing to pay the price for mastery? It's a good reminder that those amazing achievements, they often take real dedication.
So we prioritize, we're ready for the sacrifices. How do we put this wish into action? Do we just shout it into the void and hope?
Not quite. The book actually gives 11 guidelines for writing a powerful wish, like secret ingredients, to make it irresistible to the universe.
11 guidelines.
Yeah.
Okay, spill the tea. What are some of these wish writing secrets?
Well, it's about being super clear, specific, and measurable. Phrasing your wish in a way that empowers you, not makes you a victim. For example, instead of wishing for, more money, you might wish for a thriving business that makes $10,000 a month.
Oh, I see the difference. The second one is so much more concrete, action-oriented. It's like you're giving the universe a blueprint.
Exactly. And it's got to be something you can control. Can't wish for someone else to change, but you can wish for strength to deal with a tough relationship, right?
Okay, so no lottery wins or love potions.
Yeah.
Got it. What else?
Once you have that clearly defined, action-oriented wish, gotta take action immediately. Don't let it sit around gathering dust.
So we're not just setting an intention. We're actually making a plan, taking steps.
You got it. This is where habits and routines come in. Consistent daily effort towards your wish. Remember, small hinges swing big doors.
Love that. But how do we go from zero to hero in the habit department?
Well, the magic lamp has a bunch of techniques for that, like visualization, affirmations, and something called pre-memory.
Pre-memory. Okay, that's a new one. What's that all about?
So imagine this. You mentally rehearse achieving your wish so vividly, so realistically, it feels like a memory even though it hasn't happened yet.
Whoa. Like you're tricking your brain into thinking you've already achieved it.
It's not really tricking, more like priming for success. You experience the feeling so much, it makes it more likely to actually happen.
So if visualization is like watching a movie of your desired outcome, Pre-memory is like stepping into that movie and living it.
Exactly. The more you do it, the more real and attainable the wish becomes. It's like planting seeds in your subconscious.
Okay, I'm digging these metaphors. So pre-memory, visualization, what else?
Affirmations are another big one. Those positive statements that reinforce your beliefs.
Oh, I've tried those. It's amazing how those little phrases can, like, change your whole mindset.
Right. And the book talks about focus being like a magnifying glass, and intensifying the energy you put towards your wish.
Oh, I love that. If you scatter your energy, you just get scattered results. But focus it like a laser beam. You can achieve amazing things.
And one way to keep that laser focus, regular check-ins. The book suggests writing weekly reports, assess progress, celebrate wins, and adjust your plan as needed.
So it's not about setting a rigid plan. It's about being flexible.
Right. Life is full of surprises. The path to your wish, it probably won't be a straight line. We've got to be willing to adjust while keeping your eyes on the prize.
It's like that saying, the only constant is change. But what about when the excitement starts to fade? The motivation dips, doubts creep in, that wish feels miles away.
That happens to all of us. And the magic lamp has some great tips for rekindling that fire. Reigniting that passion for your wish.
Okay, tell me more. Need all the motivation I can get.
One powerful technique. Reconnect with your wish on an emotional level. Remember why you were so excited about it in the first place. Tap into those feelings of anything is possible.
Revisit that initial spark. Yeah, I like that.
And the book has this tool called preference questions to combat those moments of weakness. When you're tempted to give up.
Preference questions. Tell me more about those.
Okay, imagine this. You're working towards, say, a healthy weight, but then, bam, you're hit with the temptation of a big, delicious, unhealthy snack. The preference question would be, do I prefer to satisfy this craving right now or move closer to my goal weight?
It's about consciously choosing the long-term satisfaction over the short-term gratification.
Exactly. The book says that by asking these preference questions, you build your willpower. You train your mind to make choices that support your wish.
Okay, preference questions. Adding those to my wish fulfillment toolkit.
They're game changers, for sure. But here's the thing. Even with the best plan, life happens.
Right. The universe loves to test our commitment.
And when things go off the rails, it's important to take a step back, ask yourself some honest questions. Is this wish still important to me? Does my plan need tweaking? Am I still on the right track?
Being honest, willing to course correct. Because, it's rarely a straight line to wish fulfillment.
Exactly. The magic lamp is all about finding what works for you, embracing that messy, beautiful, unpredictable journey.
So it's not about being rigid. It's about being adaptable, finding your own way.
And I think that's a key theme throughout the book. It's not about a strict formula. It's about embracing that journey of making your wishes come true.
Sounds like we're ready to face those messy, beautiful challenges.
Bring it on.
We're back for the final part of our deep dive into the magic lamp. Things are about to get real, folks.
Yeah, we've covered a lot of ground already, haven't we? Setting powerful wishes, building those habits, staying flexible.
Right. But now it's time to face the ultimate dream crushers, those dreaded wish killers.
Ah, yes, those sneaky saboteurs, always lurking in the shadows, waiting to derail us. But don't worry, the magic lamp gives us the tools to conquer them.
Okay, I'm ready to fight. So tell me, what are these wish killers and how do we defeat them?
Well, I think one of the most common and sneaky ones is fear. It can paralyze us, keep us stuck in our comfort zones.
Oh, I know fear all too well. It keeps me from going after what I really want.
Yeah.
Didn't the book talk about changing the channel on fear?
It did. It's a great technique. Remember that analogy of watching a scary movie? If it's freaking you out, you change the channel. You can do the same thing with your thoughts.
Okay, so instead of getting sucked into those scary thoughts, we can shift our focus to something more positive.
Exactly. You're in control of your mental remote, right? You don't have to stay tuned to the channel of fear.
I like that. Switching from fear to excitement, from doubt to possibility.
Another big wish killer is that victim mentality. That why me or nothing ever goes my way kind of thinking.
Oh, yes. That voice is so familiar. It's so easy to blame everything else for our lack of progress.
It is. But the magic lamp reminds us that, we might not always control what happens to us, but we can control how we react.
So it's about taking responsibility, choosing to focus on what we can change.
Exactly. Instead of dwelling on why things are unfair, ask yourself, what can I do to change my situation? Remember, you're the hero of your own story.
Love that. Okay, so we've tackled fear, we've ditched the victim mentality. Anything else we need to watch out for?
Well, don't forget about exhaustion. Can't pour from an empty cup, right?
Burnout is real, especially when we're pushing ourselves to achieve those big dreams.
Absolutely. And the book makes a point of saying rest and rejuvenation aren't indulgences, they're essential. One of those summaries shared a story about Winston Churchill.
Winston Churchill, what about him?
Well, he insisted on a full night's sleep, even during World War II.
Wow, if he could prioritize sleep during a world war, I think we can all squeeze in some rest.
Right. It's a reminder that taking care of ourselves is crucial for reaching our goals. And speaking of crucial, both those summaries really emphasize persistence.
Ah, yes, persistence, the ultimate weapon against those wish killers. It's what separates the dreamers from the doers, right?
Absolutely. And the magic lamp makes it clear, persistence isn't about talent or intelligence, it's pure determination, that commitment to keep going no matter what.
One of the summaries used this analogy of the kid learning to walk. They fall down so many times, but they just keep getting back up.
It's that never give up attitude that makes all the difference.
Yeah.
The magic lamp says that, setbacks are going to happen, but they don't have to stop us.
It's not about avoiding failure. It's about learning from it and, embracing that whole messy process of growth.
Exactly. It's about trusting that if you just keep going, if you stay committed to your wish, you'll get there eventually. And don't forget, the journey itself is just as important as the destination.
It's where the magic happens, right? Well said. It seems like a magic lamp isn't just about achieving wishes. It's about living a more fulfilling life in general.
It is. It's about recognizing that the power to create the life you want is already inside you.
It's so powerful. As we wrap up this deep dive, we've got to ask, what's one wish you've been holding on to, maybe even letting gather dust? What small step can you take today to start making it a reality?
The magic is there, waiting to be unlocked. Don't be afraid to go for it.
And that's a wrap on our deep dive into the magic lamp. Until next time, keep wishing, keep dreaming, and keep diving deep.